Hello everyone and welcome back to Fanfiction Friday. You may be wondering why we're doing this. Well, since it was Friday the 13th, I thought I'd do something horror related, and this is The Walking Dead, so why not? Beware, I'm only going to be reading Vince's story. After that, I'm gonna be stopping right as we complete it, so here we go. Fight for Survival Choices by Blaze Chew 2500. The prison bus, Vince's story. As Vince Lee sat in the bus taking him and the other five inmates to prison, he wished he could be anywhere else right now. He was sitting in the middle of three other criminals, each of them with ankle chains linking all of them to each other and the floor. They all wore the same orange prisoner outfits and had handcuffs around their wrists. Two prison guards sat out front. One was an older African American man who was driving the prison bus, and the other one was a chubby Caucasian man. Vince looked through the window of the prison bus, watching how a police car drove past them down the Atlanta highway. It was when a prisoner in front of him named Danny, who was a Latino man, pulled on the ankle chain which attracted him. Vince and the person behind Vince named Justin, who was a Caucasian man. "Oh, come on, man," Justin said in irritation. "What?" Daddy asked before pulling the chain again. In front of him was sitting a young Caucasian man who was the youngest person on the bus. His name was Timothy. Vince couldn't say much about him as Timothy wasn't interested in having a conversation with anyone that hadn't uttered a word since the bus left towards the prison. "You know," Justin was coughed as Daddy pulled on the chain a third time. "Cut it out!" His name. Vince shook his head at how Justin and Daddy were behaving right now. "Jesus, you guys. Daddy looked over his shoulder at Justin. "Oh, you gonna make me?" "Yeah," Justin nodded. "Hey Vince, Justin's gonna make me," Danny stated. "He's too hot for this stuff," Justin stated. "Vince, I'm making him hot now." Danny was clearly amused by this situation. "Yeah, Danny," Justin just smirked at him. "You making me hot." "I knew it," Daddy smirked back. "I got that Latin heat you can't resist. Come here, boy." "You guys ever gonna quit?" Vince asked, growing annoyed by their bickering. "How else are we gonna pass the time?" Daddy asked in return. "Hey man, can you open the bloody window?" It was one of the two prisoners sitting on the opposite side of the prison bus asked. This man was a skinny African American man named Jerry. "This is a prison bus, mate. The windows don't open," a prisoner sitting behind Jerry was a muscled African American named Marcus pointed out with an annoyed look on his face. Jerry shook his head, ignoring Marcus' words. "Stuff ain't like that. This ain't right." "Shut up, Barclay!" the chubby guard shouted, trying to quiet them down to no avail. Danny looked through the window and set his eyes on the drove that just drove past the prison bus. Hey, Justin, see that guy in the beat-up truck? I bet he lives in that truck now." He turned away from the window to look at Justin. "You probably got his whole house, life savings. Man, I bet you stole his dog. You stealing dogs, man?" "I wasn't stealing from guys like that," Justin clarified in spite of that. "Anyways, better than stealing his virginity." "Hey, how many times I gotta tell you that he did?" Justin rolled his eyes on that sign. "Here we go." "Seriously, I was falsely accused," Daddy Fish ignored Justin's comment for a second ago. "Oh, how old was she? 15? Justin asked. Daddy shook his head. "Dang it, it ain't like that. You're telling me there was a star witness waiting around you in a white van?" "I'm shocked," Justin stated. Yeah, sorry about this. I forgot my tripod at my father's house. "We're on the same boat here. What's the point of arguing?" Vince asked. "The point is, I'm not like that." Daddy looked at Vince and Justin with a regretful look on his face, not paying attention to Jerry and Marcus, who continued to have a heated argument with each other. I'll tell you what, guys, I ain't afraid to say it. I really miss my girlfriend right now. I'm guessing she's pretty pissed at you, Justin, guess. It's worse than that, man. She won't talk to me. Haven't heard her voice in months. It's really messing with me. Like, for real, they explained how he felt about his girlfriend to the prisoners he was having a conversation with. Just let it go, man, Justin advised. Vince looked at Danny with a look as if he could relate to him. You should call her up when we get there. You gotta face that, man. I know you're right, man. Danny smiled at him, liking the idea. First call I get. Danny, you do realize this because you're you. You don't realize this because you're you, but you probably ruined that poor girl's life. You jerk, Justin pointed out. Big talk from white collar back there. How many lives have you wrecked, kid? Danny retorted. Who cares? Harder than heck up in here. I'm getting dehydrated, Jerry said. Hey, how about some water back here? Shut up. Shut up back there. I ain't telling you again. The chubby guy told him to shush. Marcus glared at Jerry, growing more and more annoyed because of his constant running. Yeah, man, shut the heck up or I'll shut you up. I thought you took the stand and cried your eyes out. Vince ignored the exchange of words between them and continued his conversation with Danny and Justin. Didn't you lose your stuff and tell them you didn't know what you were doing? I lied. Turns out I'm good at that, Justin smiled proudly. You lied on the stand? Danny questioned. See, that's the kind of stuff I could never do. Religious? Justin added. Danny shook his head. Nah, man. Watch a lot of cop shows? Justin asked him another question. Danny once again shook his head. Nope. Then what? Justin wanted to know. It ain't right, Daddy replied. Justin rolled his eyes at him. Oh, give me a break. It's a tough call, Vince stated. One more time than you need to, Justin asked. Gotta stay clean, man, Danny pointed out. Says the criminal, Justin pointed out in return. You wanna know the funny thing is? I don't regret any of it. Killing my victims for years. They knew what they were getting into, and now here I am, and there they are. And the White Street bastards pulling the same scores as Smile on TV. Like, screw that. How they all work out anyways? Justin asked curiously. It was like a pyramid scheme, Justin answered. Aren't those kind of dumb? Daddy asked. It was a really good pyramid. It was a really good pyramid scheme, Justin explained. That's still dumb. Dumb, Daddy retorted. It was some pretty legit dumb stuff, Justin explained. Yeah, well, you enjoy your elegant cell, you know, Danny retorted. Screw Wall Street, Vincent said. Danny nodded with a grin on his face. Screw Wall Street, Justin nodded. Yeah, screw Wall Street. How much did you make off with anyways? Vince asked out of curiosity. Enough, Justin replied. So, like a couple $100K, Danny asked. Little over 100 million, Justin smiled proudly. My goodness, boy, Danny said, surprised by Justin's answer. When we get out of here, you, me, and Vince gotta go into business. You know what I'm saying? I don't actually know a thing about you, Vince. Justin said. Maybe he's a priest. Yeah, Father Vince, Danny theorized. I bet he touched a kid, Justin said. 2 kids? You touched a couple kids, Vince? Danny asked. I helped my little brother, Vince replied. He wasn't technically lying. He killed a man who apparently was extorting his little brother out of money. His little brother was always struggling with money, and that bastard who was extorting him out of the money wasn't making his situation any easier. Having decided to take matters into his own hands, Vince broke into the jerk's house and murdered him in cold blood. They send you to prison for that now? Justin asked. He was in trouble. I had to help him out, Vince explained. I knew it was something stupid, Justin stated. You regret it, man? I asked, annoying Justin. If you're saying what I think you are, I got respect for you, man, but that's a hard thing to kill, you know? I don't regret any of it at all. Sometimes you just gotta do the hard thing. Vince gave him an honest answer. It was true. He didn't regret it. He did not regret helping his brother and definitely didn't regret killing some jerk loan shark. Just another understanding. Feel. Hold on. Sorry about this. My mouse. Just not an understanding, feeling like he could relate to it. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. How'd they get you there? Asked the curiosity. Ditched the gun in the drain, Vince responded. And Jessica asked, I guess it was clogged up with the leaves. Street cleaner found it the next dang day, Vince replied. You gotta be kidding me, man. You're bad luck, Vince. Bad luck, Vince. Not that bad, Danny laughed. He shifted his gaze away from Vince and Justin and shifted it to Timothy. What about you, Timothy? He asked, trying to get the younger man in front of him to join the conversation. What did you do to find yourself here? I bet he got caught stealing the teacher's apple, Justin joked. Is he a few years too old to be in school, though? Danny asked. Murder, Timothy responded. Was on the run for a while before they eventually caught me and put me on trial in this state. Days I wasn't surprised, having not expected to hear this kind of answer from him. Dane. How did they caught you? Did you ditch the gun in the place where someone found it, like Vince? Justin asked. My younger brother Vince found the body in my basement when he was visiting me. He called the police right away, Timothy explained. Dane, they shook his head. Talk about bad luck. I guess it's true what they say about younger brothers always turn on the older brothers, Justin stated. I suppose, Timothy shrugged. My brother is nothing like me, you know. Never understood why he kept visiting me after the rest of my family isolated themselves from me. Maybe he just wanted to see the good in you, considering you're his brother, Vince guessed. George shrugged. Maybe. It's not like that matters anymore. Do you regret killing him? Danny asked, referring to his victim. I don't regret it. Not one bit, Timothy responded. From my point of view, that bastard deserved it. He was the reason why I became so messed up as I grew up. I see. So it was a revenge. Justin was interrupted before he could finish the sentence by Jerry and Marcus, and the argument was only getting worse. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, what in the world are you gonna do about it? Jerry demanded, cutting him just off before he could finish the sentence. Oh, screw you, Marcus screamed. Oh, screw me. Screw you, you Jack, Jerry retorted. Having enough of Jerry's and his constant complaint, Marcus stood up from his seat and started to choke Jerry out with his handcuffs. Oh, Jesus Christ, Johnny exclaimed, seeing what was just happening. Timothy shook his head. I can't even be taken to prison without having any problems on the road, can I? The chubby guard stood up from his seat after noticing what Marcus was doing right now. Crabtree, knock it off! He stood up from his seat and looked at the chubby guard. Hey, get in there, man! Sit down, dang it! The chubby guy continued to yell at Marcus. Hey, let him go! Timothy shouted. Marcus ignored everyone around him, continued to strangle Jerry. The chubby guy continued to order Marcus to sit down, not making any moves to get in between Jerry and Marcus and break the fight, but his orders were ignored. Jerry sat back down in his seat and turned around to look at Vince and Justin. He's gonna kill him, Vince. Let the guards handle it, guys. Justin had a different idea how to deal with the situation. Oh, screw that. We gotta get in there, they said. You don't want to get in the middle of that stuff, Danny, Justin said. Vince, we gotta do something. You know Hank, why? Right? Danny asked. Tildy looked at the chubby guy and saw the nervous look on his face. Seeing the nervous expression on the guy's face, the young man shook his head in disbelief. He signed and stood from his seat, looking to be a second away from doing something about Marcus and Jerry. I can't believe I have to do the job for them. Vince observed the situation in front of him, beginning to debate with himself what he should do right now. He knew he had to think fast because he thought he had much time. These seemed to be seconds away from doing something. Maybe he could stay silent and let the younger man handle it. On second thought, he had no idea if Timothy attempted calming down Marcus was going to work. Maybe he should step in and do something about this situation himself. Or maybe he should do nothing about it and let Timothy let the guy do his job and handle it. What should Vince do? Do nothing? Handle it yourself? Let Timothy handle it. And these are the stats. Okay, take some water. Okay. Here we go. Vince remained silent as he made his choice, deciding to let Timothy handle the situation. Hey, Crabtree! Timothy called out to gain Marcus' attention. Let him go or else you're completely screwed when we reach the prison. Marcus tilted his head to look at the other man. Oh, the hell are you talking about? You heard me, right? Timothy nodded, the tone of his voice becoming more intimidating. If you kill him, you won't last long in the prison. I'll kill you with my own hands. Marcus shook at him. Do you think you could kill me, young man? What about your sentence? You're not afraid of ending up in prison for life? I'm in here for murder. I'm already in for life. You think me killing another person will change anything in my sentence? No, it'll be like a parking ticket for me, Timothy replied. Come on, boy, get back there, the driver yelled before Timothy and Marcus could continue the discussion as the church guard unlocked the gate to the prisoners. The chubby guard nervously aimed his shotgun at Marcus. Okay, Chuck, let him go. Gonna betray them, dang it! He's gonna kill that boy, the driver ordered. Look at this guy, Timothy said to Marcus, gesturing towards the shotgun wielding guy in his head. Does he look competent to you? Because he doesn't look competent to me. Look how nervous he is right now. Do you want to blow your brains out? This is your last one. If you don't want either him or me to kill you, you better let him go. Marcus looked at the chubby guy and saw the barrel of the shotgun aiming right at his face. His view must have changed his heart as he decided to let go of Jerry. Jerry lurched forward, gasping for air as Marcus glared down at him. You better listen to me next time I tell you to shut the hell up, he told Jerry. You okay, man? Danny asked Jerry, concerned. Do I look fine? Jerry paused for a moment, take a few breaths and a few coughs, a mixture of fear and relief evident in his voice. That jerk tried to kill me! You wanna try your chance again? Marcus asked after hearing how Jerry just called him. Alright, Crabtree, that's enough. Just sit down and don't try anything, or next time there'll be a problem, the chubby guy shouted, visibly calmed down. Exactly. You don't want another murder on your account, do you? The driver added. Marcus sat back down in his seat and tilted his head to the side and looked at Timothy. You got guts, kid, he said, Timothy a spicy gentle tone after almost if he had just taken a luncheon. I can respect that. Thanks, I guess, Timothy replied. You saved his life, man, Danny said to Timothy. Yeah, Justin and I. It was a close call. Jerry laughed deeper too. Too close, he looked at Timothy with a grateful look on his face. Thanks, kid. Joey was about to reply to their words before everyone in the Pussy Bus heard a scream outside. Vince, Timothy, Danny, and Justin and the chubby guard looked out the window and saw a person jumping onto another person before biting into their neck, beginning to feast on their flesh as two more people, one of which was a young girl, were trying to flee from the scene. What the? Danny asked in horror as he witnessed how a person was getting eaten alive just outside the prison bus. Justin slowly turned and to look at his fellow prisoners with a terrified look on his face. Did you see that? Yeah, Vince nodded in horror. Timothy stayed silent, having no idea what to say. Oh, what the heck is going on? Marcus questioned as he looked out the opposite window, trying to understand what his fellow prisoners just saw. His eyes were in surprise as he saw the same thing happening next to his side of the prison bus. For the first time, the intimidating look was gone from his face and replaced with a expression of shock. Holy. People are each other out there just to complete the words that just left his mouth. What? Jerry screamed in shock as he followed Marcus' example and looked out the opposite window. Seeing what Marcus just saw, his eyes widened in fear. The terror guard shifted his gaze away from the looked down at the ground with a nervous look on his face, his eyes filled with horror. The truth. Hey, you gotta get us the hell out of here, man. Danny pleaded with the driver. Yeah, Jerry agreed. Take us out of here, man. Get this thing moving, Jerry shouted at the bus driver. We're safe inside the bus, the chubby driver disagreed with them. Unless they see us and try to get inside, you moron, Marcus pointed out. Seeing all the chaos outside, the bus driver ran out of the prison bus and began running down the road, making his way away from this place to safety. The prisoners watched him leave the prison bus in distress. Did he just bail on us? Justin asked in disbelief. Bandit, away from me! The chubby guard shouted, beginning to make his way for the bus. Hey, you can't leave us here, Vince shouted. What? The chubby guard froze in his tracks and looked over his shoulder. I can't let you guys go. You are all prisoners. What's your name? Clyde, the chubby guard shuddered out nervously. Okay, Clyde, Justin and I. Just as you saw, the situation right now is pretty bad, and you might need someone to watch your back during all of this. I doubt you can count on your friend helping you because he just left you behind. If you free us, we'll be able to help each other. Just so all of us will survive this. Yeah, Vince nodded in agreement. All of us will make it out of here. If you're alive, if you free us. Okay, Clyde nodded nervously and rushed to get the keys from the bus. He quickly came back to the prisoners and unlocked the chain link cuffs from Jerry and Marcus. And then for Timothy, Danny, Vince, and Justin. Don't make me regret this. We won't, Vince replied as we won't, Vince replied. He wasn't sure about this, though. Personally, he wasn't going to do anything about the man who most likely just saved his life, but had no idea if all his fellow prisoners shared this way of thinking. Jay glanced at the front of the bus as his eyes widened when he saw how the people from outside were entering the bus. Some with their arms missing and blood all over them. They're inside! Shout! Daddy shouted at Peck. What do we do now? To the back, quickly! Vince shouted. Marcus quickly ran over to the back of the door of the prison bus and kicked it open before hopping out of the vehicle. His group followed him. It was only a matter of seconds before all of them were outside. Not wasting any time, the group of 7 ran off the highway, trying to find someplace safe away from all the chaos happening on the highway right now. A couple of days passed since the group consisted of Vince, Danny, Justin, Jerry, Marcus, Timothy, and Clyde escaped the prison bus together. Things had been pretty tough for their group, to say the least. The situation with the people coming back to life and eating each other wasn't getting any better. It was, in fact, getting worse. The constant arguments between the members of the group about the next move weren't helping each other. The group of 7 were currently staying for the night in an abandoned house they had come across a few hours ago in some neighborhood. The whole group was asleep right now, taking as much needed rest for the next day. Well, almost the entire group was asleep right now. One member of it wasn't asleep right now, having occupying themselves with something. This member was Timothy. Timothy was going through the supplies the group had gathered for the past few days, making sure to take enough food and water to keep himself alive on the road. He didn't have to worry about dealing with those things without any weapon, as he and his group had stumbled upon a night store where he had gotten a machete for himself the day after they left the prison bus. He didn't have to worry about other people recognizing him as a former prisoner either, as he and his fellow prisoners had changed into some casual clothes on the first opportunity they got. Jim, Timothy turned around towards the source of the voice and saw Marcus standing in the door. What in the world are you doing? How does it look like? I'm leaving the group. This group is going to take me nowhere if everyone will keep arguing about our next move. Teddy didn't even try to hide his intentions from him, as he knew lying wouldn't work right now. Are you going to stop me? No, Marcus shook his head. I've been thinking about leaving this group myself ever since we left the prison bus. Now that you're leaving, I'll tag along with you. I can't stand these people. You're the only one from this dang group I have respect for. Timothy stared at Marcus for a few seconds, debating with himself what he should do about him. Out of all the people in his group, he was the only one who Marcus wasn't treating with hostility, and was the only one the group who managed to have a few decent conversations with. Fine, he nodded. Just make it quick. I don't want the rest to wake up to us leaving. Marcus nodded and went off to get his stuff as Timothy packed a few more supplies into his backpack. Not that he was going alone. He came back a few moments later with a shotgun the group had found in an abandoned police cruiser. Clyde and Joey against the idea of Marcus having a gun, but ultimately the process was for nothing. Do you want me to take Clyde's shotgun? Do you want me to take Clyde's shotgun too? He asked Rudy. No, Timothy said. Your shotgun is enough. I'm sure we'll find a new gun for me sooner or later. What about the supplies? Do we have enough? Yeah, Timothy nodded. I've taken enough supplies to keep us going on the road. Alright, Marcus nodded. Are we ready to move out? Yeah, Timothy nodded. Let's go. With that being said, Timothy and Marcus left the house, vanishing in the darkness of the night. The next day, when Vince, Justin, Dan, and Clyde and Jerry woke up, they immediately noticed the absence of two members of their group, and that so the supplies were missing. After leaving the house, they tried to find the missing members of their group, but Marcus and Turner were all long gone from the area at this point. The group gave up on their search a few hours ago and instead focused on another goal, which was finding a good shelter for themselves. They didn't search for loss, as a few days after Tune and Marcus left the group, they stumbled upon a young man by the name of Arnold Green and his younger brother Sean Green, who offered them to stay on their farm for a couple of days. Unaware of most of them were escaped prisoners, the group immediately accepted their offer, finding a new home for themselves.